Now, let's go out to our training facility in Altamont Springs, Florida for some exciting drills and demonstrations.
All right, we've just come out of the classroom section where the young men have learned all the mechanics and the sequence they occur. As we talked about in class, they now have it here, but now we have to get it into muscle memory. One of the drills we use is just a simple T drill, and a lot of people have a lot of confusion exactly what the T does. A lot of people think by them hitting off the T, they're going to gain some hand-to-eye coordination. Actually, that's not the purpose. We want them to have the good mechanics they learned in class to be part of their reactionary skills. So that means we're going to slow this down into a cycle where Justin can do it again and again, and all our students, and the more they do of the correct repetitions, the more it will become part of their reactions when they get into a ball game. And he actually could be doing these motions without the T at all, but it would be kind of very boring just to be swinging without anything to swing at, and that's the purpose of it. Now, the first thing we're going to do is break this down into step-by-step method. Justin, you ready to go? Justin is a player that's playing in Little League this year at a local Little League, and going to have a real good year there. And we're going to have him first get in a stance. If you notice, get in your stance. Okay, stay relaxed. You notice he has flexion in the leg, and he's using his legs. He's not overall stiff looking. We're going to go ahead and have him stride and cock the bat. Boom, and now he reaches the power position. A couple things we're going to check for at this point in time. Is he tension-free in his arm? Something else I suggest coaches is to go over at this point and feel their backs in here, and he has a little bit too much tension there. I can feel tightness. What we're looking for, he needs to be real loose. As we remember, we talked about the power coming from the lower body, and the lower body here being the engine, and the top part of the body just being the transmission system. So coaches, after you have them stride and cock the bat, if you feel a lot of tension in the upper body, it's a sure telltale sign they're going to be an upper body hitter. If they're loose here, you know there's a real good chance they'll use their lower half. Next thing we check for his grip, we see his number one knuckles on the bottom hand lined up with the middle two, okay? And if we see that, also we want to have the flexion in the wrist with the wrist pointing out this way rather than in here, okay? And he's doing all that, and that's going to help him have a real good sound short arc to the ball. All right, let's try it again. Set up again in your stance, Justin, okay? At this point, it's just an observation post. He's feeling loose, relaxed. Hopefully he feels confident in what he's doing, and we're going to go have him stride and cock the bat. Boom. Now we're going to engage the lower half with a two call. Go ahead and two, and now you see he started his lower half. One of the key things that we find from doing literally thousands of lessons is they have some trouble with the back or right leg. If you look right now, coaches, and let's focus on this if we can, he's getting a little high on the heel at this point in time. This is something, guys, we want to try to avoid. The only reason his heel needs to come up at all is that his back foot is going to pivot or turn. And if he gets too much like this, it's going to throw him off balance forward. So we want Justin to make sure that his back foot is just enough off the ground so it allows him to pivot. This is something that you'll find, coaches, as you do this drill, that's going to be a problem with all the kids. So keep your eye on that. The other thing we want you to focus on is he going to be loose in the upper body? And he is. He's made an adjustment now, I could tell there. Two very important things. Okay, he's in the two phase. Let's go ahead, for continuity purposes, let's set him up and do it again. Get in your stance. That a boy. Now he's following the directions real good. Let's go ahead and add our baseball. Let's go ahead and stride and cock the bat. Start the lower half, and let's go ahead, drive it right off the tee. Very good. And you notice what Justin's done for me. He's held his swing right there. Relax and set up. Go ahead and relax, set back in your stance. A big problem that we find with a lot of our young students or coaches, good, well-meaning coaches, make a mistake by trying to build hand speed by throwing these balls quick without a lot of time between each one. And what happens is the fellow won't follow through then. He'll be in a hurry to get back, and you're going to